synchronicity. You ever been in the flow before? Synchronicities happen. Feels like the higher power is on you. You can feel the editor notes of your own story of your life. Can we get there with a cheeseburger? We can, but it's really hard. Right? It's really hard. It's like, why? I don't want to make it hard on myself anymore. Here's a point, and this is another little idea that we want to work on. Stack the odds in your favor whenever possible. Stack the odds in your favor whenever possible. Look, I could be standing here in my shoes right now. These are grounded shoes, by the way. You saw those on my internet video. These are grounded, meaning that this part right here isn't like the normal stuff you've seen before. This is an electrically conductive material, and it connects to the ground right here and here. So if I step on the ground with this, I get still electrically connected to the earth. If I'm just in a rubber-soled shoe, I'm electrically disconnected from the earth, and all of a sudden I start concocting theories like we're alone in the universe and all of that isolation consciousness. You better believe you're alone in the universe. You're in a rubber-soled shoe. You're electrically disconnected from everything that's living. And it causes a distortion in our thoughts. And that's what this research is showing about this whole grounding thing. But I'm stacking the odds in my favor right now. If I can take those off, they're off. I want to be standing on my own feet. The latest research, the book Earthing, Clint Ober's book, 11 years of research studies, 30 studies, is indicating that all problems of the ankles, knees, and hips, all breakdown, including osteoporosis, is directly related to wearing shoes. It's directly related. The shoes come off, we go into, uh-oh, the pain's gone. You try it. I challenge you. Here's the discovery. You ready for this? All chronic inflammatory pain. This is what the result of this research is. You ready for this? All chronic inflammatory pain is caused by a separation between us and our earth. A direct skin-to-skin connection within an hour neutralizes any pain in your body. You try it. I challenge you. That's my challenge. You've had a pain for 20 years. Go get your shirt off and lay on the grass. I challenge you. You try it. You're going to see. You're going to go, uh-oh, what's going on now? You have problems in your ankles, your knees for years. Get your shoes off. Start walking the sand. Walk the grass barefoot. In an hour, you'll be like, what happened to the pain? It will be gone. Because the pain is caused by a disconnection from our earth. The earth is like water on a fire. Puts out the inflammation. That's the discovery. What a discovery. Every time now, I was at the airport the other day, boom, shoes off, quick, run, jump in the grass. It's like, okay, you know, connected. Get the EMF off me from the plane, right? I'm up there in a plane, I'm being cooked. As soon as I get on the earth actually has an electrical potential that pushes that off me. I'm always thinking every moment, how do I stack the odds in my favor in a way that I can do it? That's important too. Like if I said to you, I was like, hey, you know, what's your name? John? John, okay, we're going to put together an herbal formula. I want you to make a spring water tea in the Salad Master 316 tea, stainless steel container. You got to get the spring water, get the container. We're going to put 20 herbs in it. I want shaga, I want reishi, I want maitake, I want cordyceps mushroom, I want faux tea or hoshu wu, I want schizandra berry, I want cat's claw and pau d'arc, I want vanilla bean and goji berry, and then I want you to blend that with chlorella, maca, my new cacao beans right over here. I want you to take your local birch syrup, put that in there, and just zip that up. And then I want you to mix those two together, take a dollop of almond butter and fire that thing up. You're going to go,
he's already doing
it. It's too much. Unless you're already doing it. You got to do what you can do where you are at. Step by step. Right? You go, okay, I can eat a salad today. Let's get that thing going. You have a choice. You're in a restaurant. And they say, hey, look, we got an organic salad. You're like, yep, I'll take it. Take that avocado out of your pocket. Get that going in there. Careful. You know what happens when avocados get ripe? Bottom of the purse, bottom of the backpack, in the pants. It's happened to me, all of those. It's not pretty. Cucumbers travel better. You should know that about yourself, too. If you're going to travel for a while, cucumbers won't explode in your backpack. I used to pack them when I'd go to Europe. I'd pack them in, all the cucumbers, so no matter where I was, on a train somewhere, boom, I got 30 organic cucumbers in my luggage. Boom, I can eat that. You got to be thinking about how your brain works. Right? What's the appropriate step for you? All roads lead to home. There's many ways to get there, and you just plug in wherever you can. Some people, it's like, oh, superfoods, that makes sense to me. I'll just eat them. This tea thing or whatever, blending on it, no, I'll just eat it. Some people go, I'm a genius at making protein shakes. Anybody here never heard of a protein shake? Watch this. How many people never heard of a protein shake here? We're upgrading the whey protein, super meaner wiener whey amino flexo fuel powder, which is some kind of thing that's made out of some factory somewhere that they couldn't sell you in the 60s. They couldn't even sell it to you. Then the dairy industry got together and they're like, look, we got this leftover stuff on the floor. We better like sweep it up. We could sell it. I mean, that's literally what happened. A bunch of dudes in white shirts, right? Health freaks, they'll buy anything. Let's sweep this stuff off. Twinkie Deconstructed. There's a whole chapter on it in there, and it's worth reading. You should read that book, because the guy who wrote that book, he's not a vegetarian, he's not a raw foodist, he's not really talking about an agenda. He's just going down the 40 ingredients that are in a Twinkie. And one of them is whey. So then he breaks down the whole thing about whey, like where it comes from. The reason why you even heard of whey is because it's cheap. Now they got you paying for it. They couldn't pay you to cart it away before. We upgrade it to maca. We upgrade to chlorella. We upgrade to calcium pills, yes or no? No. Okay, just making sure. Some people are like, oh, yeah. We upgrade to bee pollen. This bee pollen that Malcolm has, right? We upgrade to chia seed. Chia seeds. That's a superfood, like a chia pet. Some of you have never heard of this. I'm going to break it down for you. Like a chia pet. Remember the chia pet that you paint the thing on there and it grows? They have the Obama chia pet now? They do. I should actually make a chia pet of me. I was just thinking about that. I was like, okay, could do that. The chia pet, that's made out of chia seed, complete protein. It's an excellent omega-3 fatty acid source, and it's a gelatinized food. It's a demulcent in herbalism. You take that in. Let's say you have digestive trouble. You take a nice little bowl of chia, soak it in water for 10 minutes. Tap water, or which kind of water? Never junky water. The character of city water doesn't have any character. It's like an android. I don't want to put that in. I want something that has character in it. Spring water has character. So we soak that into chia, 10 minutes, boom, gels up. You put a little bit of the local honey in there. You put a little of the local bee pollen in there. You take a little bit of aloe vera gel. You put that in there. You take a little bit of Irish moss. You put that in there. You take a little bit of slippery elm powder. You put that in there. You stir that up. All of a sudden you got like a little pudding, don't you? That's a complete protein. Basically, there's all the nutrients in it. The Irish moss has 60 minerals, depending on who you believe. Some people say 80 minerals. Some people say 84 minerals. That's pretty good. So, because it's a seaweed. And now all of a sudden we got something that's like really edible and digestible for anybody in any situation, no matter what the digestive distress. And then we can start actually building from that. The base of it is chia, sprouted chia, because it's a complete protein and an omega-3 source. And then we add a little bit we soak it in water 10 minutes. Then we add a little bit of honey, a little bit of bee pollen, a little bit of aloe vera gel, a little bit of slippery elm. Here's one I really like. This one freaks everybody out. Marshmallow. Where does it come from? Where does it come from? Like marshmallows? Marshmallows roasting on an open fire. It's a root of the mallows. And in fact, all mallows are like that. They're like gelatinized. And there's mallows growing right out there. I guarantee you, we walk over right to those trees over there. Between here and there, we'll see mallows popping out of the ground. That's one of the greatest foods in the world. You take that and you start gelatinizing that or blending it into a little chia pudding like that, then you get your super